Now, let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, how smart Canelo Alvarez is and why he's great. And I'm not saying that Terence Crawford is not great, but let me tell you the difference between Canelo Alvarez and the other great. Not the difference, but comparable to the other greats. This is what you do when you prepared like a Canelo Alvarez. And this is the reason why Canelo Alvarez is Canelo Alvarez. This is the reason why he has all the longevity. This is the reason why he could sleep on silk sheets and still be at the highest level, reigning like a champion like he is. This is the reason. Because Canelo Alvarez still prepares like a poor man. Canelo Alvarez still prepares like he got a chip on his shoulder. Canelo Alvarez still prepares like he got something to prove. And no money, not 50 mil, not 70 mil, not 100 mil, ever changed that about Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez knows that the reason why they pushing Bud Crawford is because it's the imaginations of Turkey Al Sheikh. It's not a great fight, but Canelo Alvarez is telling the whole world this might be a stupid fight. Yeah, we're going to pocket Turkey Al Sheikh's money. But I'm going to be prideful in that ring. Oh, it ain't going to be easy. I'm going to make sure that Bud Crawford never even thinks about fighting again. Matter of fact, this is the type of fight that I say all money ain't good money. All money ain't good money. And if Bud Crawford brings that dog that y'all be talking about, I dare him to bring that dog because Canelo Alvarez turns into a mother effing tiger, lions, and bear. Oh my. Bud Crawford ain't nothing but a Yorkie to Canelo Alvarez. And he's proven that in preparation. He's going for the gusto. He got Boots Ennis, the perfect sparring partner. And let me tell you how Canelo Alvarez has followed a trait of other great fighters. Ladies and gentlemen, let me take this picture out. Let me take this picture out right quick. Why did Holyfield beat Iron Mike Tyson? Why did Holyfield beat Iron Mike Tyson? Yo, we even see Mike Tyson connected with a body shot, followed with an uppercut, and still Holyfield stood. How was his preparation? If back in the days, 1996, you would say, what is the perfect sparring partner for Mike Tyson? Why did Holyfield beat Mike Tyson? But how was his preparation? Evander Holyfield, to prepare for Mike Tyson, paid the most perfect sparring partner to sharpen his tools to prepare for Iron Mike Tyson. Evander Holyfield hired David Tua. It can't be no more perfect sparring partner for Evander Holyfield to prepare for Mike Tyson. And if everybody remember David Tua, one of the most exciting heavyweights of his time, never became a champion, but everybody knows he's a champ in his own right. They had wars in sparring. I don't know how young you are or how old you are, but everybody that understood the build-up to the fight, Evander Holyfield prepared for Mike Tyson and hired. As a matter of fact, David Tua said a long time ago that he got paid more sparring Evander Holyfield than some of his fights. That means that Evander Holyfield was saying, I'm investing my money. I'm investing for greatness. And ladies and gentlemen, when you invest in greatness, if you're investing to win, you will win. The perfect preparation for Evander Holyfield was to hire David Tua. Hold on. Education. Evander Holyfield and David Tua had a notable sparring session in 1996 to help Holyfield prepare for the first fight against Mike Tyson. The spar is well known for the intensity and the war-like nature, with Tua landing powerful shots, including an uppercut that nearly knocked Holyfield head off, and is considered an example of the intense battles that happened in the boxing gym. Do you remember when Mike Tyson landed that uppercut? Oh yeah, That uppercut was landing on Evander Holyfield in sparring. But he got so used to it, it taught him to overcome it. So he won't be overwhelmed. This is David Tua in his prime, ladies and gentlemen. This was David Tua at his strongest, in his prime, coming up in the ranks. That's what great fighters do. Hey, yo, one thing is to fight when you got nothing to lose. It could bring the greatness out of you, right? When you got nothing to lose, we understand that you fight like this way because you got nothing to lose. Sometimes the most dangerous man in the world is the man that got nothing to lose. But the craziest man that you don't, that type of, but the crazy, that shit that you don't understand, that it only takes few human beings to understand why they are who they are. It's one thing about when you got nothing to lose, but when you have everything and you're still hungry, that's abnormal. Forget about that fighter that got nothing to lose. Because I'm going to tell you like this, Terence Crawford's in a win-win situation. Terence Crawford loses to Canelo Alvarez. What was going to be the title? What's going to be his excuse? Hey, I tried to dare to be great, man. I'm proud of myself. Proud of my training camp. I try to do the impossible. He already got an excuse in the back pocket. His fans got an excuse for the back pocket. His trainer got an excuse for the back pocket. That's it. It's a win-win situation for Bud Crawford. Bud Crawford doesn't lose respect, even if he get knocked out in the second round. Like Roberto Duran. Just even if you get knocked out in the third round, just like Thomas Hearns, you don't lose respect. But Canelo Alvarez, if he loses to Terence Crawford, he going to lose respect. Hey, yo, if y'all think that Canelo Alvarez is top 25 in the history of the sport of boxing, he's going to move into the top 60 or 70. It's going to hurt his legacy real bad. People are going to question everything about Canelo Alvarez. And they're going to be like, yo, well, what's his special win? It's going to be a controversial win with Triple G. Well, what about the other one? I think he lost a Lara. I mean, he lost to Mayweather. I mean, he lost to Jamal Charlo. I mean, he was fighting. They're going to nitpick his career. They're going to be like, oh, Canelo Alvarez was just hype. It's going to be a letdown. But in all actuality, Canelo Alvarez really got nothing to lose as well. That's just for bragging rights. That's just for debate and dialogues in the sport of boxing. But he's going to enter to the Hall of Fame first ballot, just like Bud Crawford's going to enter to the Hall of Fame first ballot. But the abnormal part of fighters is guys like Mayweather. Mayweather got all the money in the world. What keeps you hungry like that? How many times do you hear his sparring partners or people that train with Floyd Mayweather that he trains, he's the hardest worker they ever seen? That's abnormal. When your belly is full and you're still hungry, that's abnormal. It's one thing to go for it when you got nothing to lose. Anybody could do that. Because that's survival mode. That is a survival mode. Anybody could do that. But when you got it all, I'm talking about got it all. You the king. And you still on the front line hunting. See, even kings don't go to war. The kings don't go to war. They send their soldiers to go to war. Kings ain't in the front line no more. But what about that king that be on the front line? Ese tigre loco. Ese tigre loco. When you have everything and you sacrifice, that's when people be like, why are you doing it for? Why are you doing it for? You crazy. See? Manny Pacquiao. Why Manny Pacquiao is fighting? Most of the people in their minds like, why Manny Pacquiao is fighting? You got everything. You got money. You got respect. You got legacy. You're a Hall of Famer. Why you gonna risk your life, your health for what? See, that's the part. That's the crazy part. That's abnormal. And then you see Manny Pacquiao still perform at the level that he performed versus Mario Barrios, still training, still running. And yo, ladies and gentlemen, there's fighters nowadays that don't even run no more. There's fighters nowadays that say, you know what, there's the new science and there's the new science and training, and I don't have to run miles and road work. No, Manny Pacquiao still run his road work. Manny Pacquiao, almost 50 years old. To this day, we see Floyd Mayweather still running. Floyd Mayweather's in better shape That most of these people right now, Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather, Sugar Ray Leonard, look how Mike Tyson look at 58 years old. There's something about greatness that you don't understand because greatness is the true abnormality. Why are you still hungry, bro? You got a wife, you got kids, you got your health, you got your faculties, you got money, you got everything. Why would you do this? Canelo Alvarez the same way. Why would you do it? Why did Floyd Mayweather beat Manny Pacquiao? You think Floyd Mayweather was just lollygagging in preparation, or I'm just Floyd Mayweather? No, Floyd Mayweather, Floyd Mayweather prepared to the best of his ability to beat Manny Pacquiao. I know some of y'all didn't like the fight, but let me education. We all know the story. Who's Earl Spence? We all know who Earl Spence is. Southpaw, young, hungry lion, Olympian. We heard the sparring. We heard how Floyd Mayweather said that Earl Spence pushed him to the limit. You think that Mayweather was lollygagging and preparing for Manny Pacquiao? As a matter of fact, put it this way. He just ain't bring Earl Spence. Let's look at the names. This was Floyd Mayweather's sparring partners to prepare for Manny Pacquiao. Earl Spence. Zab Judah, former Undisputed. Jack Catterall that a lot of people feel that beat the Undisputed in Josh Taylor. Chop Courtley. Two former. These are champions. Not at the time, Jack Catterall, but look, this is Floyd Mayweather to prepare for Manny Pacquiao. I'm not playing around. I need world-class fighters. I need the eyes. I need the twitch muscle. I need the strength. I need the size. I need it all. I need the Olympic pedigree. I need the championship pedigree. I need an all-time championship pedigree. I need to have a conversation with these type of fighters. I need to have a conversation with these southpaws. I want the boxer. I want the brawler. I want it all at the highest level. Give it to me. And this is just the four names that he brought. So when anything that Manny Pacquiao does, if he tries to set traps, nah, Zab Judah got me on that. Try to give me that young, hungry bull and power from Earl Spence. If he tries to go to the body, ain't gonna hurt. Jack Catterall, bring me a little bit brawler. They're gonna smother his punch. It's gonna, you know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna work. Chop Courtley, I got it all covered. Floyd Mayweather had it all covered. Floyd Mayweather don't lollygag. Ladies and gentlemen, who Bud Crawford got in camp? Now, I'm not gonna say that he doesn't have it, but this ain't gonna help you, my brother. I'm sorry, bud. Maybe with twitch muscle or maybe with speed, you bringing in Shakur Stevenson to spar you for Canelo Alvarez. That's who you bring it. Now, I'm not gonna say, hey, Shakur Stevenson. It works for Shakur Stevenson, though. If you look at the other way around, it works for Shakur Stevenson. And why Shakur Stevenson is one of the best. Let's not forget that Bud Crawford was helping Shakur Stevenson in preparation for his fights. And when we talk about today's boxers right now, of this young generation, who's the sharpest? Who's the guy that we see that, damn, it's going to be very, very hard to outbox him? Shakur Stevenson is one of the most smartest, intellect fighters, sharpest fighters, cat-like reflex that we see today in this generation. Who sharpens his tools up? Bud Crawford. See, but the other way around, this is recently right here. That's Shakur Stevenson when he was in preparation for his fights. See, but Bud Crawford is using Shakur Stevenson for the Canelo Alvarez fight. First, Shakur Stevenson is a southpaw. Shakur Stevenson is too small. You walk in there with a tank and Canelo. That's not the preparation you're looking for. That's not the preparation you're looking for, Bud Crawford. These are the type of preparation you should be looking for, like Evander Holyfield and David Tua. Like Floyd Mayweather did in seeking to fight Manny Pacquiao. This ain't it. This ain't it. This ain't it. But it works for Shakur Stevenson. It works for Shakur Stevenson. Cause see how big Boots is, right? Pause. Canelo Alvarez is just doing what other great fighters has done. Who did Manny Pacquiao had in training to prepare for Mario Barrios? Who did we see? Emiliano Vargas, Teofimo Lopez. That's what's on Manny Pacquiao, right? Leading up to the Mario Barrios fight, right? Leading up to the Mario Barrios fight, who we see? Who we saw Manny Pacquiao training with? Teofimo. Emiliano Vargas. Prepper, you are as good as your preparation. That's like when you study, when you in school and you study your ass off. So when that test comes in, it's easy. You're gonna pass. It don't matter what Bud Crawford throws at Canelo Alvarez. Ladies and gentlemen, listen to me. It don't matter what Bud Crawford throws at Canelo. Canelo either gonna eat his punches and spit his broken Everlast gloves out. It don't matter what type of snack he has in his system. Canelo Alvarez gonna beat the snack out of Bud Crawford. He's gonna beat him to the white meat. He's gonna be Canelo Alvarez gonna beat Bud Crawford so much he's gonna be speaking Spanish to Bomac in between the rounds. Canelo Alvarez, if Bud Crawford does what you say he was going to do, that he's not going to fight like William Scott or like Jamel Charlo, nothing like that. The Bud Crawford is a dog. Canelo Alvarez is going to rip that Yorkie and Chihuahua apart. El León de Canelo Alvarez is going to come out. El León, El Tigre.